Good morning, everybody.
From Selçuk.
So last time you saw us, we were in Izmir, and yesterday we got up really early. We rented a car at the airport, and then we drove here to Selçuk because we want to see Ephesus. We were looking at different prices, and most bus rides in Turkey between cities cost around €10 per person, and it turns out we can rent a car for 20 euros a day. So why not do that?
Yeah, so we'll have this car for the next couple days just to explore this area around Izmir before we head back, and yeah.
That's the car, that little white one.
Way back.
Right
We didn't
there.
expect to walk so far.
All right, let's go.
So the reason that we're out so early, it's just before 8 a.m., is because Ephesus is one of Turkey's top attractions. It's a really old ancient ruin, and apparently giant cruise ships will drop off passengers, and then just hordes of tour buses will just show up and the whole place will be overrun.
We're trying to beat the line basically and get there before it's just completely crowded.
But thankfully it's a 6-minute drive, so I'd be really upset if we were late.
And we're immediately in a traffic jam. There's some kind of farmer's market going on.
Oh no!
We did get here 10 minutes before Ephesus opens, but that wasn't early enough. So tickets were about $14 a piece, and it looks like we got it around the same time as 500 or 600 other people. Which is totally okay. We're gonna have fun and enjoy this.
Yes, okay, so a little bit about this place. It's called Ephesus, and it was an ancient Greek city that was built around 3,000 years ago, and then became a Roman city later. Walking up an ancient amphitheater. Pretty cool.
So we walked way ahead of the tourist crowds, and it's so quiet. This is so nice. There's so many animals here too. It's incredible how much of this is just left. I mean, you can touch it if you want to, and I mean, look at this. That's crazy.
So we ran way ahead of all the tour groups to come to probably the most iconic place in Ephesus, which is the Library of Celsus. It is, or it was, the third largest library in the entire world, behind one in Egypt and I think another one in the Roman Empire, and this is the inside of it. It's amazing that you can just be in here. They said that they used to house 30,000 scrolls in here, and that Celsus himself is buried beneath our feet. A little creepy, but my gosh. Running down that hill was definitely worth it.
And since we're here before the crowds, Tia for scale. Well, she never runs that fast. Oh, no, she's done. There she is. There's Tia. She probably already told you this, but third biggest library in the world at the time. That's pretty cool. So a lot of the ruins that you see here have been reconstructed over the years because they've had earthquakes and different things like that. So like the library, for instance, was reconstructed. The one thing that has stood the entire 3,000 years completely unchanged is this coffee stand over here. Coffee.
This was very much needed.
Yes, it was. So far this is actually working out very well, just kind of walking ahead of all the tour groups. The temperature is perfect right now. If anything, it's like
It's a little brisk.
Slightly brisk, which is pretty nice considering we've been in summer for like 14 months now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be up to 90 degrees today, so I think we made it
This
really
is
good
working out great, yeah. This is the great amphitheater of Ephesus.
It is huge.
This is just incredible. This is so cool. So it can house up to 24,000 spectators, and they actually use the capacity of this amphitheater to try and help figure out how big the city was in ancient times. And at least that many people lived here.
So they used to have assemblies here and the occasional gladiator and just like, I don't know, theater performances. This is so neat.
And we're here alone. Yes, I did.
And because a lot of you guys have requested this, I thought this would be the perfect moment for us to do Cheveyo for scale.
We already did Tia for scale.
I know, but there's so many more steps here. No, you gotta run. You gotta run. This is great. Where'd he go? Okay, and there he is. That's Cheveyo. That's probably the furthest to scale that we've done. Not so easy, is it?
This is way harder than anyone that you had me do. Are you kidding? At the top, I could hear what Tia was saying, like it was amplifying it just enough where I could like hear her speaking in a very soft voice, and I was like way up by the top.
Can you hear me? Well, that's pretty impressive.
That was really cool.
Amplify, amphitheater. What is it?
Amphitheater?
Amphitheater. Amplify. Makes sense now, eh? We found the toilet, and it's very communal. We were overhearing a guide say that they would have a stick that they would use and then pass to the next guy. And the biggest thing was to make sure that you didn't accidentally pass the wrong end of the stick.
At least they had plumbing, I guess. Silver linings.
I mean, you make friends, I guess.
We found the one thing about ancient Greece that is way better than modern Greece. The toilets for free. Okay, I'm really glad that we got here early. I think we saw just about everything before the crowds got here. And it's starting to get hot, so that was perfect timing. If you come to Ephesus, don't do the tour bus thing and get here as soon as they open.
Now it's lunchtime. So it's about 11 o'clock now. Hot, hungry, so we're heading to a really cute town that's right next to ours called Shirinja. It is 18 minutes away, and I'm really excited to see it.
Go find food.
So we went to the closest restaurant to our car and ended up in this beautiful restaurant. I think it's called Artemis Cafe. We ordered the traditional Turkish breakfast, which was around $7.50 a person, and ended up getting an absolute feast. There are 19 different dishes here, plus like a whole loaf of bread and a giant pot of Turkish tea. So I think we scored. I think I'll start with one of these fluffy things. I'm not sure what it is, but oh, it's like empty. I don't know what to put on it. I will put some of this tomato puree, it looks like, on it. So this town is also really known for their fresh produce, and I think we got a little bit of everything. Oh, it's a little spicy. So that tastes like really fresh tomatoes with olive oil and a kind of pepper that's a little bit spicy. But this thing is really oily and buttery on the outside. It's like this, like, kind of reminds me of fry bread, but in a circle. That's delicious.
They just keep dropping stuff off. This is such a huge breakfast. This is another type of bread. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna try this stuff because it's still very hot. I don't know why Tia didn't do this one, but this is cream cheese and fresh honey. You can still see the honeycomb in it. Oh my gosh. There's also a ton of bees around here. Okay.
No.
I've never had honey and cream cheese. It tastes that fresh. I mean, this is... I can't believe you didn't try this.
Okay, I'm trying it. I think I'm gonna cry. That's like, I don't know if that's cream cheese. It kind of tastes like if cream cheese and homemade whipped cream had a baby. That's what that would be.
Okay. The sun is moving in on my shoulder here, and the bees are also moving in, so we're not going to try all 19 things on this platter.
20 now.
20 now, yeah. We're just going to enjoy breakfast. That's the best meal we've had in Turkey yet, hands down. I mean, easily.
Breakfast I think I've ever had.
Yeah, this place, Artemis Restaurant, very, very touristy. But the owner came up, really nice guy. He gave us a tour of the school back here. And it has kind of a funny history.
Yeah, so it's built 100 years ago.
It's a Greek school. This whole village used to be a Greek settlement.
And then the village people, without any help from the government, built the entire school by themselves.
Yeah, the richest guy in town didn't help, but he wanted his kids to come to school. And they said, well, you didn't help build the school at all, and you're the richest guy in town. So why don't you build a water fountain for us in the front? And he did, and then his kids were allowed to come. It was very interesting. There's a lot of history in there. We did like a little tiny wine tasting. Apparently this area is known for wine.
It's been a great time.
That was good. This was a great morning.
Yeah.
But you guys, today is our half-anniversary.
Yes.
And I know
6.5 years. I know, it's super cheesy.
Super cheesy. We actually celebrate though. So we've been dating for 6.5 years, and we're going to go take a date for the rest of the day. But thanks you guys for coming along with us. Ephesus was really cool, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Subscribe.
Good morning, everybody.
From Sir...
We did get here 10 minutes before Ephesus opens. Good morning. I'm gonna go look at the rooms. Tia's gonna hang out with all these dogs and cats. Tia immediately spilled the coffee on herself.
I just spilled coffee all over 3,000-year-old street. Am I gonna get kicked out? Wow, genuine fake watches. Right here at Ephesus.